dance and have fun and express myself a little bit in front of the audience. And in that way, I think I'm a very active DJ. I don't know if that's a trademark, but I think I'm a good DJ. That's a trademark, so.
You got me.
Mike Hawkins, the young DJ from Denmark, is quickly gaining attention on the world dance music scene. Notable remixes of Martin Garrix and Nick Jonas songs have propelled Mike into the spotlight and to the top of the dance club charts. But his journey has only just begun. With a huge catalogue of music yet to be released, the future looks bright for this Danish star.
Well, I mean, I wanted to start a rock band, and I was a drummer, but I realized pretty quickly that you can't have a rock band with just a drummer, and since nobody else I knew were into music or were musicians, I had to sort of take matters into my own hands. So I started producing, I started making music, and I mean, at first it wasn't exactly the most fantastic music, as I'm sure anyone who starts out with something new. But it slowly developed from there, and I got more and more into producing electronic music, and yeah. For many artists, I think, is not finding their sound. I think that's sort of the first thing you make, in a sense, is your sound, if you will. I think a lot of artists move away from their sound because they want to like fit into a sort of a box, if you will, that helps you sell records. And then the real challenge is once you sort of, you know, mark yourself a bit in the scene, you have to sort of dig back into your sound and find out what it was that made you tick to begin with, right? So I found my sound pretty fast, honestly. I've always been a big fan of like the big atmospheric rocky stuff, and that's what I'm doing now. I mean, then I had an in-between period of making music for the club circuit, and yeah, now it's a bit of both. You know, a DJ is a taste maker in the sense, like the original term of DJing was someone who was standing out there on the clubs playing different records from different artists, showing them to people who were going out to party after a long week of hard work. And that role of the DJ is sort of diminishing a little bit in favor of the DJ now becoming more of an artist who is playing his own music, you know. So, I mean, I think right now, support is always great, and I'm always very thankful for the support that I get, and I'm sure that it will continue to be an important factor, but it's not as important as it has been. I think right now the most important thing definitely is making a little bit of a mark with your own sound and doing something that's different, that your fans stay more loyal for. So yeah, I mean, if you're just starting now, I would focus more on finding the core of who you are and what makes you different than like getting it to the right DJs, because it will pick up eventually. It's been, even though it was really recently, I just got back, but I think one of the best experiences this year was going to Thailand, because it was the first time I've ever played in the country. I don't know, there's something about Asia like that I really, really like. So I've played the shows that I wanted to play. I've played, you know, I've had my own night in Vegas, and I've done, you know, Bootshaus in Germany, and like all these clubs that like I really, really think are cool, and I would love to go play them again. With Asia, it's like a completely different level, because you can't really, you know, work your way into it the same way. It's a completely different world, and it's just now starting to really boom. So like, it's the first time I ever went to Thailand, and going there was like a huge experience, really. So yeah, I don't know. There's something about it. Maybe it's just because it was recently, but it's like still like clear in my mind. 3 years ago, I was playing like some small underground party in like my home city. I was just like guest DJing for a second, and like people started getting naked and stuff. It was like really weird, and you're sort of like, okay, and you're just okay, you know. But it was, I don't know. It doesn't really bother me anymore in a way when stuff goes weird. I think it's kind of funny. I think it's important that there is a space where people can go and just, you know, go crazy if they want to. Like everybody has to wear a suit and tie and look proper and dress properly for the rest of the week. So like being able to let loose and have fun a bit is, you know, important. Obviously you shouldn't harm anyone or anything, so. Sometimes I envy the acts that are two people because, you know, one guy, they can sort of take turns and like the technical part, you know, like DJing and doing the actual work of the party, you know, and the other one can like burst out with energy. But generally I work with like 4 CDJs and I make sure that everything is sort of lined up for the next 4 records or something, and it means that I can dance and have fun and express myself a little bit in front of the audience, and in that way I think I'm a very active DJ. I don't know if that's a trademark, but I think I'm a good DJ. That's a trademark, so. I'm working on 3 club records right now, and I have a collab with Laidback Luke right now that's going to, yeah, essentially be the club records that are coming out. And then we have 4 really strong vocal records with like, you know, great stories and well-written vocals that fit very nicely into the music that I always wanted to do. So that's pretty much it for me, yeah.